Hi guys, just a quick update. This Friday, I think it's going to be the start of my fishing again on Treaton, and I'm also going to be doing a bit on Rother Valley, as I've said before. But it's I'm going to go down there with a normal bait, and it's I could not ignore the success I had last year on Bloody Pineapple. It were deadly down there, and I absolutely did really well on it. Now, I'm still going to be fishing with Bloody Pineapple at some point, but I ain't taking it with me this weekend because I know if I do, I know for definite I will not use anything else. It's that's how much I know that bait it's deadly. Now, you're probably thinking to yourselves, you're crazy. Why go down there with a bait that you ain't really used before? I will be honest with you, them thoughts have gone from my own head, but I make bait. It's what I do. So I need to. I can't afford to give a bait out there for people to be testing it for me and all that. You know what I mean? I do the testing myself, and it will definitely catch fish. It's pretty much. It's the difference in it is I've replaced the semolina with the semolina that was in the bait and the soya flour. I've replaced it with something that I think is a far better full value, and that is a whole fish meal powder, sardine and anchovy. But I've still got a really little bit of soya and semolina in there just to give it that a little bit of a doughy. But I mean, when I say that, I mean probably about 100 gram in 2 kilos. There's not much. There's a little bit in there, but it's got a bit in there. But like I said, the base mix has been turned upside down on itself. It's got 50% of it now. It is all fish meal. I've had to rethink the fruit baits with it because I did the Bloody Pineapple with the same base mix, and in another post that I've done, it just the sardine and anchovy overshadows everything unless it's another fish meal flavour like krill or something like that, like the liver or something, which they really nicely go together. The liver, shrimp, bloodworm, and they really nice melt together. It's nice, subtle. But it's when it comes to fruit baits, it just bump. There's no, and to overshadow pineapple, it's which is a synthetic man-made flavour. It's got to be quite a quality fish meal bait to do that. So I've had to rethink that now. I've gone back to with Bloody Pineapple. I've gone back to a milk and nuts base mix with it. So that one's a milk protein and nut now. That bit it's gone back. I've gone back to that. So it's I really do see good things from it. I will be honest with you. It's a beautiful bit. It's coated in bloodworm and then in the krill, in the bloodworm and the sardine and anchovy. It's coated in that, and it's the 16mm baits. And then when it gets on the bed, they'll break down and they'll just leave loads of attraction in water. Now underneath there's pieces of all krill in there as well. I've tried my very hardest to keep it as natural as possible. Let me just grab that for you while you're there. It's now what I've done is I've been there. It's pretty much got one of them in 2 kilos, which is they're all crayfish. Now the busted, you see how inside the base it's got powdered crayfish as well. All crayfish meat powdered. Now it's got that in. So when I say a whole one of them, it ain't got no one in. Sorry about that. It's got half of one of them in, and it's got half a powdered crayfish meat. It's no shell in it, just the meat. So it's got that inside there, and also shrimp meat. It's whole shrimp is in there as well. Now them, I've tried to keep them in chunks for the simple reason of the crunchy, and I'm convinced that it's the noise factor is a big thing underwater with fish. Now it's that's the krill as it goes that I've got inside the bin. It absolutely reeks, and I'm telling you honestly, it really does smell. So it's a bait that I've got a big hopes on. I know it's going to do well. It's hopefully going to pick a few bigger fish out. You know, I'm going to make sure that I'm fishing with a hinge rig that's going to be a little more popped up than normal, because I think by doing that I may get them. I may not get them stockies. I ain't just too bothered about them stockies. It's yeah, I ain't too bothered about them stockies. Now, if they come along and I hook them. But by fishing a pop-up section that's a little bit higher up than normal, I think that they'll see it's off the deck, and they'll leave it be and just leave it. And one of them bigger framed fish, I'll come across it and hopefully game over. It's not going to be much bigger. I messed about with this idea last year down there, and I will be honest with you, I did really well on it, and they were all seem to be better fish. It's the reason, I think it's the reason that I only had about 4 or 5 bream over here down there last year. It's because the popped up section was higher than most people fish it, so the bream could see that the bait was off the deck, so they left it alone because they knew it was danger. There was something dangerous about it, so they left it. Now the bigger carp, being a bigger framed animal, it's that they come in and they were looking down on it. So and the hook, the way I fish it, it's the hook is hid underneath the bait if you're looking down on it. So they're just sucking, and also the pop-ups are ultra buoyant. So the minute a fish could be feeding here and the bait be there, but if it sucks in hard enough, it's going to fly into its mouth. I've seen it so many times. It's just, that's with fishing a bait that's a little bit more buoyant than the most baits on sale by adding coke dust to pop-up mix. I think it's a massive edge. There's not many people do it, but I'm telling you honestly, it's deadly. So it's yeah, we'll see what goes on this weekend with it. But I've got big hopes for it. It's a new thing for me because I don't do much with fish meal baits, but this year it's gonna be a new thing. So we're gonna have a pop at it this year, see how we go on. But that's the one, and I think it's gonna do really well, I will be honest with you. So we'll see how we go on with them, guys. Hopefully it should be alright. I'll check you later.